Have you ever felt that someone was hiding something from you, but you couldn't quite prove it? We spend so much time worrying about posture, the smile, whether we're making eye contact, and we forget to pay attention to the most important part, the voice. A lot of people rehearse what they're going to say, practice their gestures, but controlling the impulses of their own voice when they're under pressure, that's a whole different challenge. It's extremely difficult. By the way, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you don't miss anything, and share this video with someone who needs to hear something about personal growth. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 vocal signs that most people cannot hide when they're nervous or lying. And by the end, you won't just suspect something. You'll have the tools to start identifying the truth hidden in anyone's speech. The first sign, and one of the most revealing, is the pitch of the voice. Scientists call this the fundamental frequency. Think about it like this. In a normal conversation, our voice stays in a pitch range that feels comfortable. But when the brain goes into alert mode, whether from anxiety, fear of getting caught, or the effort of inventing a story, the nervous system reacts. This creates tension in the larynx muscles, making the vocal cords vibrate faster. The result? The pitch rises. It's not a scream, it's a subtle lift that breaks the natural flow of the conversation. You know that person who, when you ask a direct question, suddenly answers with a slightly higher or thinner voice? That's their brain on high alert, and the voice is the first thing to expose it. Some studies even suggest that dishonest speech tends to rise in pitch at the end and slow down in rhythm, as if the person is building the story in real time. But remember, this isn't a universal rule. The most important thing is noticing the break in the person's normal vocal pattern. The second sign is the loss of vocal stability. A confident voice is firm, steady, clear. When someone lies, the body goes into stress mode, which affects breathing and muscle control. And that shows up in 2 ways: vocal tremors and pauses that don't make much sense. The tremor, that shaky tone, is a classic sign of nervousness. In scientific terms, it's linked to variations in amplitude, known as shimmer and jitter. To us, it's simply that tiny vibration, that instability that reveals the insecurity behind the words. But the most curious thing is the pauses. People who lie tend to pause more often, or pause longer than usual. And it's not to breathe, it's to buy time. The brain needs those precious milliseconds to build the lie, check if it makes sense, and avoid contradictions. These pauses just don't sound natural. They appear right in the middle of a sentence or before answering a question that an honest person would respond to immediately. Speaking too fast, stuttering, or freezing mid-sentence can also be signs that the brain is overloaded. The third sign is the most complex, but maybe the most powerful: prosody. In simple terms, prosody is the music of speech. It's the rhythm, the emphasis, the melody we use to bring emotion and color to our words. Someone who is genuinely happy sounds completely different from someone who's only pretending, right? When a person isn't being sincere, their prosody gets strange. They might say something like, "I'm really happy for you," but the melody is flat, monotone, without the natural rise and fall that real joy carries. Or the opposite, they might overdo it, exaggerating certain words to sound convincing, and the result feels theatrical, forced. This mismatch between the words and the music behind them is one of the hardest things to fake. That's because genuine emotion and planned speech are processed in different areas of the brain. So pay attention not just to what is being said, but how it's being said. If the music doesn't match the lyrics, that's a strong sign something is off. Understanding these signs is almost like gaining a superpower to decode people. If you like the idea and want to keep sharpening the skill so you never second-guess yourself again, hit the subscribe button and leave your like so I know this video helped you. And now a question for you. Which public figure or famous case would you like me to analyze using these signs? Leave it in the comments, because your suggestion can become our next video. So let's not forget: the voice that suddenly rises, the voice that shakes or makes odd pauses, and the melody that doesn't match the words. These are the 3 warnings the voice gives when the mouth is trying to hide something. Remember, none of these signs is absolute proof, but they are valuable clues. Next time you're in a conversation and feel that little itch of doubt, stop just looking. Start listening. Because while the body can be trained, the voice rarely manages to hide the truth for long.